Yeah, thank you.
I give you two. You have to run it
thank you. Just at registration, number 59 today. Top cheerleader, enthusiastic. Just in the car. This is a slope dashboard, so this is what we're getting. Just in the car, I've just registered number 59. Got my t-shirt. Ready to go and show Hurtwood this year. But last year was just an off one. Here to smash it this year, but not putting too much pressure on myself, just gonna go out and smash it. And this, you don't get these at all races. This is your little dibber thing that you have to check in at each of the checkpoints. So there's 4 today, and then obviously the finish, and that kind of like keeps the tracking up to date and lets people know where we were. Pack is on under my dry robe, looking like full on Ninja Turtle. So we've got 5 minutes now until race briefing on the high street. Just, my face looks really warm. Just in Holly Rush, so it's going to be a fast female field. I'm going to try not to get too swept up and just go out and just enjoy it and actually finish it this year.
Guys, it's so good that you're here. Thank you for coming. My name's Tom. I'm the one that's been filling up your inboxes with all the emails. It's an out and back for about 13 miles or so.
So we've just started. First off down Dorking High Street. Trying my best not to get swept up too soon. So Tom just leads us out onto the trail, and then it's 50k lovely trails. Thanks, Tom!
See you later.
I'm actually playing a bit cautiously to begin with. It's important for me just to finish today after last year's DNF, so I've also been keeping a cold or illness like on the cusp of taking me down for like 3 weeks now, so just a good day out on the trails. I think Hurt was one of them, you know. It got in my head last year because I DNF'd, and today it just feels hard already. I'm like 10k in, rolled my ankle at 9k, felt better 2 weeks ago for the marathon, so today's aim is completion. I've got nothing to prove to anyone other than to myself that I can finish this, so I don't care where I come, what time I do it in, I've just got to do it. Coming up to Leith Hill. That was a ferocious hill we've just gone up, but closing in on the first aid station in maybe like okay, downhill. Time to unleash my inner flora. So the main thing, right, is that I feel better than I did last year. And I do. I felt stronger for the marathon 2 weeks ago. And I haven't done strength training for about 3 weeks now. And like I can really feel it. Like I don't feel like hill strong. Like I'll finish today, but it won't be my most powerful performance. But like I say, I haven't got anything to prove to anyone but myself and finishing. Like it doesn't matter where I come, time I do it, just that I do it.
Dib in. Checkpoint.
First checkpoint. I think I'm alright this time. DNF'd here last year, so it's really important to me that I just passed there and I'm feeling good. Let's go. Next checkpoint's in about 6 miles. I think it's at about 13 and a half. And that's at the end. So the route is an out, a loop and a back. So we come back through. So we've got 4 checkpoints, but they're the same 2 checkpoints that you go through twice. So yeah, just on our way to Winterfold Hill. It's like another 10k from here, so just gonna I'm just gonna what? I don't really know what I was gonna say there. Just gonna run. So as I said, I felt stronger 2 weeks ago, but today I feel worlds apart than I did from how I did last Hurtwood. I'm about 13k in now, so like kind of like a quarter of the way through. Or about a quarter of the way through, to be fair, which means I've passed where I DNF'd last year, and I cannot emphasise enough how much like stress plays into performance in these kinds of events. Last year I got to like 2k going up a hill and felt like there was like a hippo sat on my chest and I couldn't breathe. I was already texting my coach to say I can't do this, and she was like, yeah you can. I was like, no I can't. And then I got to like 7k going up a hill again, bawling my eyes out, like sat on the side of the trail, having the worst time ever, to the point where people were stopping to ask me if I'm okay because it was that bad. And DNF'd at 11k at the first checkpoint, so I cannot tell you. Yes, as I was saying, I can't emphasise more how important it is to manage like normal life stress as well. Like ultra running like this is already such a stress on the body that when you bring real world stress into it as well, it honestly plays into your performance more than you would think. As always, motto for today is run what you can, walk what you need, run strong when you can run. So currently walking up a hill. It's the only thing with ultras and trail running, like don't often get a flat one. And now a staircase. How lovely. It's all well and good running downhill now, but because it's an out and back, I just need to be able to go up it again on the way back. These two women behind me haven't stopped chatting like the whole way. I don't know how they're doing it, to be honest, but it's quite distracting, but good on them. Not gonna lie, my ankle's quite sore after rolling it earlier. It feels like it just needs to like break and it'll be fine. So I'm not even at the second checkpoint yet, which is like 13.5 miles. First male, who had been out, done his loop, he's on his way back. He was fast. Hello. Oh, lovely. Checkpoint 2. Tom and Nikki were there. Had a little chat. You know, chilled one. Like I said, body hasn't time to race, but time to run. I'm going to finish it. I'm just not moving fast today. So 25k left, so we're about halfway, and now we're running on sand. This is lovely. I have no idea if I've come the right way. Couldn't see an arrow. There's a few options. My watch is saying this way, but we'll soon find out. I've already gone wrong twice today already, so I swear, never a trail race without a wrong turn at some point. I'm having a stinker. Like, this is not a fun race. I think Hurtwood will always be my nemesis. Once I complete this today, I'm never coming back to do it any faster. Also, I don't think winter racing is for me. Autumn and spring. But this is disgusting. So just gone through checkpoint 3. Gloves back on. Feels like the temperature's definitely dropped. Half marathon left to go. Oh, I'll be so glad when this is done. I've now entered what I call the dig out. So the section from 30 to 40k, where each kilometre feels like 10. Time feels like a mythical concept that just has no measure. When you get to 40k, it's kind of manageable because you then go down into single figures and you can get through the last 10k, but the 30 to 40, that's the hardest bit for me. I mean, I definitely can't say I've not run in a beautiful place. 35k, 15 to go. I'll be proud to have finished after last year's DNF, but I'm not proud of today's performance. Like, ultra's a hard man, and this is just one of those that just isn't nice. I have never been happier seeing an aid station in my life. This means we've got 11.5-ish kilometres left. That's Leith Hill behind me again. I've got like just over 10k to go, and I'm so happy to be on this final countdown. Like, what a day. No joke, for the last like 2 hours I'm still alive but I'm barely breathing in my head. Pretty much like from the line before it to maybe like 2 lines after it. And it's kind of how I feel. Like, respiratory system, fine, definitely still breathing. But my body, I feel quite like dead on my feet, but it's pretty much downhill now, so just gotta power through and finish, because the longer I take, the longer it takes. So there's no point drawing it out for the sake of it. 40k, dig out done, 10k to go. Let's get it. Last 5k. The guy in front of me's got the hiccups. He's had them for a while now. It's quite funny, really. I realise I've spent a lot of my time vlogging on the sections that I'm walking, so it looks like I walk like the whole thing. But I haven't. Legs are still working somewhat. Oh, staircase. 3k to go. 2.5k to go. And this is really horrible. I can't tell you how good it feels to be back in Dorking town. 1.25k to go. Last kilometre. Let's go finish this. Oh, literally. Been waiting for this moment for a year.
It's about 6 hours.
Oh,
Great running.
Thank you.
Oh my god, well done.
Oh, thank you. Well done. Oh. All done. Hurtwood broke me last year, it's taunted me all year, and it tested me today. But finally got the medal. 6 hours and 12 seconds. Those 12 seconds are really annoying, but I'm never coming back to do it any quicker. Hey team, it is now Monday, so the day after the race. Yesterday when I finished, we headed back. I was so tired and sore, but we had a lovely dinner with all of Mark's family, like a Christmas dinner, like my first one this year. And then I still had like the 2-hour drive home after that. And then I just crashed and went to sleep. Annoyingly, I'd booked today off work, but my car had some scratches in it when I got it, so the repairman was coming around this morning, and I got a text on Friday to say, oh, they'll be here at 8:30, and I was like, I get up at 5:30 every single morning, and the one day that I need just a little bit of extra sleep, and they're coming so early. But I had a nap today. I am feeling very low on energy, and I've been keeping like a cold and illness of some sorts at bay for about 3 weeks now. I couldn't tell you the amount of Lemsip I've consumed over the last few weeks. And yeah, I've certainly felt better. And I thought about vlogging yesterday, and I'm really glad I did, because I think Instagram can make it look like people who do ultras and like share it on Instagram and everything make it look easy and fun, and whilst a lot of events are, I think it's also important to share when it's really hard, and you know, we're all human too. Like, my OCC experience was the most wonderful thing, like the hardest thing I've ever done, but the most wonderful thing. And my Serpent Trail 100k last year, that was just fantastic. This was 50k with like 13,500 meters of elevation, which technically isn't the hardest race I've ever done, but my body just, it turned up to run, it didn't turn up to race, and the whole thing hurt. Or rather, the first 40k hurt. I enjoyed the last 10k, like most of it was downhill. I think that's where a lot of people would struggle that far in, because that's when your knees and quads really start feeling it. But I found the last 10k the most enjoyable out of the whole lot. So 40k of like really like digging out the whole thing. Like, after DNFing last year, I'm just very, very happy to have finally got my medal, and say that I have completed Hurtwood, which is very great. I'm not proud of my overall performance yesterday, but I'm proud that I've got a medal and I completed it and I didn't stop. You know, like, not all performances go to plan, and it could have been far worse. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been far worse. And you know, I can't let it discourage me or be unhappy with, you know, finishing in like an alright time. But yeah, Hurtwood done. Never again. I won't be going. So I did it in 6 hours and 12 seconds. Definitely not my fastest 50k to date. Yeah, 6 hours and 12 seconds. Those 12 seconds are very annoying. Like, would I have liked it to have been 13 seconds faster and get a 5 hour something time? Absolutely. But I'm not going back to do it any faster. Like, I'm done with Hurtwood now. Hurtwood hurts. But anyway, I'm going to edit this and rest and have a good dinner and just try and get some energy back before in 2 weeks' time, I've got a double marathon weekend. Luckily not racing, just training rounds, but a double marathon weekend. I'm still deciding whether or not to do some of it on the turbo trainer, just because of how I'm feeling right now. We'll see if I've got a double marathon in me in 2 weeks' time. We'll just judge it, but yeah, rest is the aim of the game right now, and I will see you soon.